going to be your Midwest Modifieds. It's going to be Morgan in the 4K leading them out. Morgan is your pole setter in the 4. On his outside, Rob Muhlenberg. He'll be tough going from that outside row 1 starting position. Corey Carter in that number 28 car. On his outside, Elijah Keeper in the number 81. Jeremy Leahy in the number 20 car. Jared McIntyre on his outside in the number 9. And Doug Schisholm in the number 22. 3 heats, Midwest Modifieds, green flag coming out. Muhlenberg has the early lead as he comes off turn number 4. Keeper and Morgan battling it out for the number 2 spot. Keeper down on the bottom side. He'll have the number 2 spot. Craig Morgan up the hill. He manages to gather it back up, but he loses the number 3 spot and maybe the number 4 spot. Working their way down the backstretch now. He takes this 4 spot back. As they work their way into turn number 3. All by himself, Rob Muhlenberg, Keeper and McIntyre. McIntyre up to the top side. He's looking for the number 2 spot. Not quite enough just yet as he worked their way into 1 and 2. Elijah Keeper working on the bottom side. McIntyre working the top. Off turn number 4, it's going to be Keeper. White flag coming out. Morgan, more troubles on the backstretch. Once again, reels it in, but trouble on turn number 4. Doug Schisholm spins it around. He'll keep it going. Rob Muhlenberg will win heat race number 1. Elijah Keeper and Jared McIntyre round out your top 3. Heat race number 2 coming up. What's the outside flag? It's going to be Colt Cheevers in the number 45. In the 003, James Lee. In the 7D car, that is Melissa Duncan. Scott Campbell in the number 83 car. Jack Owens in the 357. Roland in the number 24 car, Gilbert Roland. And Donnie Ost in the number 34. Certainly a couple of hot foots in this heat race. You look at the 45 and the 83. James Lee be tough right there starting on that front row. Here we go. Green flag coming out. Cheevers does, in fact, get the early lead. Lee, a little bit of trouble off turn number 4, gathers it up. Holds on to the number 2 spot as Campbell goes to 3rd. Campbell in the number 3 spot. Lee down on the bottom now, trying to make some gains on that 45.
Colt Cheevers in car number 45 all alone out front. James Lee in the 003, a distant second. Scott Campbell runs in the number 3 position, working the top side of the speedway. Colt Cheevers has been lightning fast in that number 45 machine out here at the Springfield Raceway this year. And he continues his good run this year as he is leading this heat race. Scott Campbell in car number 83 still rides along in the 3 position. Melissa Duncan is in 4th. Donnie Ost rounds out the top 5. Everybody kind of spread out right now as the laps wind down in this heat race. Two more laps to go in this heat race for Colt Cheevers in the car number 45. James Lee looks like he may be trying to close the gap just a little bit in that 003, but he is going to run out of time. As the white flag's coming out this time, it's one more lap to go. Scott Campbell rides along in 3rd. He draws a little bit closer to the 003. We'll see what he can do down in 3 and 4. And looks like he's not going to be able to do anything as Colt Cheevers crosses the start-finish line. James Lee is in 2nd, and Scott Campbell takes home the number 3 position. Another good run for Colt Cheevers out here at the Springfield Raceway in car number 45. Takes a checker flag in this heat race as the next group of Midwest Modifieds set to roll out onto the racetrack. Car number 72, Andy Ost leading them out. John Langton in the 35. Car number 51, Ken Walker rolling out onto the speedway. Kyle Bates is in car number 74. .5H machine of Mike Haleman out on the racetrack. Car number 73 is Ron McClellan. Ron McClellan to the outside of Kyle Bates in the 74. And then the 39C machine. Cody Rogers with us tonight here at the Springfield Raceway. First time seeing him out here this year. Likely visiting from another area racetrack. Good to have him out on the racetrack with us here at Springfield as the green flag comes out. Andy Austin, the 72, leads the charge down into 1 and 2. Down the back stretch they go. Side-by-side battle for second between Ken Walker in the 51 and John Langton in the 35. Side-by-side for second. Now Langton has pulled out ahead, but a caution flag comes out. Caution flag coming out. It's for the 39C.
Asked to start in the back because he's a new driver, is what I would guess. So keep your eye on that number 39. I tell you what, we've had a lot of youngsters jump behind the wheel of these Midwest Modifieds, and they have turned into very good drivers. And so keep your eye on that number 39. He could be an up-and-coming driver one of these days. But you got to get your feet wet, and right now's the time for Cody Rogers.
And you made a good point. Starting at the back is a good place to start. You're trying to get stuff broke in. You're trying to get your feet wet out there. You don't want to start up front, get involved in a wreck, and tear stuff up. Not a good way to start out. As the green flag comes out, here we go. Andy Austin, the 72, under attack right out of the gate. John Langton in the 35 stays right there in second place, looks down to the bottom. Dwayne Hobbs in the 5H doing everything he can to try to hold on to the 3 position. Dwayne Hobbs has got his hands full, though, as Ken Walker looks to the outside. As the caution flag comes out once again. And once again, it's the Rogers. And that's going to put us back under the caution flag. Final heat race for the Midwest Modifieds. Legends are set to go next with 2 heat races. Then the A-Modifieds will close out heat races with 3. And then 2 B features set to go tonight, the Midwest Mods and the B-Modifieds. B features in both of those classes, and then it will be the A-Main events. Andy Austin, the 72 machine, is going to lead the charge down to the green flag once again. Dwayne Hobbs in the 5H doing a good job holding on to the number 3 position. Ken Walker lining up behind him in the 4th position. Kyle Bates, one of our heavy hitters in the Midwest Modifieds. He's going to look to make a charge to the front as the green flag comes out. Andy Austin, the 72, sticks that car right on the bottom side of the speedway. Langton working the middle of the racetrack. Dwayne Hobbs there in the 5H machine working the bottom side of the speedway, trying to move up to challenge Langton for second as we got a side-by-side battle between Kyle Bates and Ken Walker. Bates had the position, but Ken Walker fought back to the outside. As the battle for the lead starts to heat up just a little bit, Andy Aust fights to the inside. Langton charging hard on the outside. Dwayne Hobbs also catching up some ground. Go ahead and make it a 3-car battle for the lead. As Dwayne Hobbs is within striking distance of both drivers. Langton looks to the outside of Austin, the 72. Down the back stretch they go. They're still side by side. And this side-by-side racing is going to allow Dwayne Hobbs to stay right there close. And he looks like he may be getting a little bit closer there in 3 and 4. Shaping up to be a dandy here. It's still a race for the lead between John Langton and Andy Aust. And look at Dwayne Hobbs. He gets a good move down there to the inside, makes a good run, closes up on the back bumper of Andy Aust. 3 cars going to go for it as we take the white flag. And 1 more lap to go. Langton heads down the back straightaway with the lead for now. Down into 3 and 4 for the last time. Here we come to the checker flag. John Langton's going to hold him off. Andy Aust second, and Dwayne Hobbs finishes up in 3rd. Excellent racing action there from the